Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Memory Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you an NFL Week 5 preview between the Carolina Panthers and the Seattle Seahawks. So let's look at some keys to victory for both teams, starting with Seattle.
When I look at the Seattle Seahawks in this ballgame, I look at a few guys on the defensive side of football that have to have huge games. Red Bryant, the big defensive end, collapsing the pocket. I also look at Bruce Irvin rushing the passer, chasing the run plays down weak side on the backside, as well utilizing that speed to get pressure on Cam Newton. And also Cam Chancellor, the big strong safety, playing close to the line of scrimmage. The Seattle Seahawks really can play a single high safety versus these Panthers wide receivers and be effective, but those three guys on the defense will have to have huge games. Offensively speaking, you look at Darrell Bevel, they have to open up the playbook for Russell Wilson, open up the passing game. Right now, the Seahawks can run the football, play effective defense, but the passing game is a detriment because they're not opening up the playbook. So let's go inside the lab to see how they can get creative in the passing game.
If the Seahawks are going to improve as an offensive team, they got to open up the passing game. Russell Wilson is playing efficient football right now, but they have to get better in creating opportunities for him in the passing game. If you still want to be balanced, you still want to run the football, I suggest maybe a shotgun formation with two backs in the backfield. Let's not forget, Leon Washington is a very talented receiver out of the backfield. So are Lynch and Turbin. So don't be afraid to get both guys involved in the passing game. That way you still have your base run set. You got your tight end right there on the line of scrimmage, and you have two backs in the backfield. You can even go Lynch and Turbin in the backfield, so that way you can run equally to either side. And also get these guys out there in the flats. Having two backs in the backfield and having the benefit of having backs that can catch the football, it forces these guys to keep three linebackers on the field. So that way you are also dictating coverage. So don't be afraid to open up the passing game by still utilizing your running backs.
Now let's move over to the Carolina Panthers. I look at their offense. They're going to have to be well balanced in order to beat the Seahawks. They're going to have to throw some against that tough secondary. So guys like Steve Smith, Lewis Murphy, Brandon LaFell, those guys will have to get open. It's going to be a lot of slants. It's going to be a lot of speed outs or in cuts, but they have to be effective to throw the football to be able to run their offense on pace and be balanced. Now look at the interior offensive line. Amini Siotolu, he has a huge task this week going against that Seahawks interior. And also Byron Bell, they have to do a good job up front against that Seahawks front four. But let's go inside the lab to see how the defense can attack the Seahawks offense.
If the Carolina Panthers are going to have some success versus the Seattle Seahawks passing game, when they see empty, it has to be an automatic flush. When you talk about flushing the quarterback, you're talking about getting him to one side. Usually when you have a right-handed quarterback, you want to flush him left. When you have a left-handed quarterback like Michael Vick, you want to flush him to his right. So that way he's throwing back across his body. So let's look at Russell Wilson here, right-handed quarterback. So we're going to flush him left. So let's see how the Panthers can flush him to one side and still dictate what they want him to do. You see right here, you're equal on both sides. Two receivers, two defensive backs, three receivers, three defensive backs. This is your tight end right there. So that's why you have the strong safety here. And he's going to be vital in this thing, in this flushing the quarterback. We want to get Russell Wilson going this way. How you go so? This is a key guy right here. Instead of him taking his traditional rush lane right there, outside shoulder of the tackle, he's going to crash inside, forcing this tackle to come in and try to pick him up. That leaves the opening. Now you have to decide which guy you're going to chase. Is it going to be the middle guy, the dime guy, or are you going to take a chance with this safety and want this linebacker to buzz out to get this tight end? So let's do that. Let's buzz this tight end out, but let's walk this guy up right before the snap, and he's also coming. So now you have two guys coming off the edge. This guy is coming here. So Russell Wilson's natural inclination is going to roll to this side. So now you have press right here. You also have press right there. And you have the free safety cheating over this side, because once he rolls, once he decides he's going to chase, he's going to leave the pocket, he's going this way. Now you have the advantage, 3 on 2. So it's all about flushing the quarterback. You have to get creative, because a lot of times a quarterback will step up and still fire the football to the open man. But Russell Wilson is a rookie. He's bailing the pocket. He's rolling out. He doesn't trust the interior offensive lineman to protect, so he's getting out the pocket. And if you're going to flush him, you want to flush him where you have the advantage.
If the Panthers are going to win, they're going to have to stop the run, which is why I think Luke Kuechly has to be an X factor in this matchup. They stop the run, they can then dictate what they want to do defensively. And Sidney Rice is my X factor for the Seahawks. They got to do something to get the passing game going, so why not go to your number one target consistently to get him in a groove early in this ball game. Now you look at the personnel breakdown in this matchup, you see where the disadvantage lies for Seattle. It's that offensive line, and that's not what you want to hear when you're trying to get the passing game going, because if a team can load up to stop the run, it could be a long day. I like the Panthers in this game. I think Cam Newton is the X factor, and their receivers I trust more than the Seahawks wide receivers. The defense is going to be a wash because you look at the fact that they're one-dimensional. The Seahawks are in running the football. The Panthers can stop the run on one drive and get that extra possession, and that's all you really need to win this ball game. You got to out-possession your opponent. I also want to give a huge shout out to the Panthers fans and also Seahawks fan forums for always showing football game plan support.